Good day, everyone. So now let's discuss about the second analysis which is the analysis of Jim Boat's Inventor. So at first, Jim Boat has invented dozens of different products in his 25 years as an engineer to a large research and development lab. For some time, he has been thinking of leaving his current company and starting his own, but has never seemed to have the nerve to do so. Jim feels that with his children grown up and on their own, now would be a good time to start his own business. So the background of the analysis of Jim Boat Inventor. Jim has invented dozens of different products, and one of them is the 15-speed spontaneous transponder that can be appropriately connected to any bike. Jim Jim believes that this innovation has significant market potential, especially as it has experienced sharp growth in the bike industry. This growth is linked to Lance Armstrong's success in the French Tour, increasing attention to physical fitness, technical developments in artillery that allowed for road travel, and greater rest for far knees. Jim was thinking of leaving his current company to achieve one of his dreams all his life, but he doesn't have the guts to do it. Yet, Jim also realized that it would be time to start his work because his children were already grown and could live alone. So the evaluation of the case of Jim Rhodes and inventor analysis. Jim should do whatever he wants because that's his dream. He wanted to do it. Meanwhile, he prepared anything for his business. Jim make business plan containing 6 sections, particularly one-page summary, description of his invention, loss statement, and etc. So let Mr. Larry to continue the discussion. Then after to him, we answer your any queries about the discussion. Mr. Larry.
So now we're in the proposed solution of Jim's both case analysis. So even if his wife Nora is skeptical about his plans because regardless of being unsure about Jim's entrepreneurial knowledge and skills, she is more interested in their financial future and the commitment required of Jim in the first month of the start of the business. She will still consider a good idea to his husband because that's the only thing that the business of Jim will grow up. All of decision of Jim was still the solution through the problem and special the financial. So now we're in a recommendation. So recommendation is Jim should always think the best way of his business. The best one of how to handle a business like what the one want to build. Jim needs a professor or a person who have knowledge about business or a person can make Jim because more customers to grow up his business. A person who truly trusted in you.
So any questions about the discussion we discussed? Jamaica first. Questions.
I have a question with Miss is personally calculated. So the first question is, Jim relied on survey of his friends that own 15 speed bikes. How reliable is this data and why?
Oh. Jim's survey of his friends that own 15 speed bikes is not sufficiently reliable because the number of people in his study seems low comparing with the large population of the American citizens. The ratio seems insufficient and may give him false or misleading information because Jim needs a higher number of people to research on in order to make a realistic and more reliable conclusion. on forecasted demand of his bikes. So, did I answer correctly your questions? Any questions?
Who would be the target market of Jim's invention? What group of consumer would represent an ideal target for this product?
So, gym target market can consist of professional cyclists to people who cycle for fun. Bicycle clubs such as this can provide an ideal market for his product. Young people who have or are developing a hobby of cycling would be interested in the new invention due to its originality and convenience.
Get the data about this market. What would be some option or ideas that he does?
So he can get data about this market from manufacturers and vendors of bicycles in the country. They can offer insightful statistics and information about the market. From her, he can know expecting market growth rate, changes and preferences in the market consumers, and standards he should maintain.
Is where can he get the data about this market? What would be some option or ideas that he does?
Um, what?
Do you think that Jim has the necessary family support to work on his entrepreneurial projects?
Yes, Jim lacks enough money support to work on this entrepreneurial project because he needs family members' encouragement, support, and confidence in his business. His wife seems skeptical about him leaving his good job because of his intention to fulfill his lifelong dream. She is not sure if Jim is capable of being a successful entrepreneur and is concerned about their financial future. She is afraid of the commitment that will be required of Jim in the initial few months of the business. Any question, Mr. Belgian?
I have a question. My question is, what are the missing parts in Jim's business plan?
There, there have lots of missing parts in Jim's business plan. First, financial for at least 3 years with monthly projections in the first year. The financials need to include more than just a profit and loss statement. Cash flow statements, revenue projections, and funding requirements for the venture can be helpful in preparing budgets and controlling costs. The second is a market analysis of the bicycles, especially those with a derailleur. Jim can include an evaluation of the market size, features, and the competitors in the industry. He can assess where his entrepreneurial venture may fit, profits other players are enjoying, and his projected market share. Then the third is the market strategy. Jim can explain how he plans to market the bikes. His business plan should develop his intended marketing approach. It can include promotions, advertising strategies, and methods he intends to use in improving public relations in a bid to maintain happy customers. Um, Fourth, it is important that Jim perform a Porter's five forces analysis in the market and find out its lucrativeness. He can outline a comprehensive analysis of his business's potential strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This can be helpful in knowing his understanding of the venture's potential. This analysis can help him identify what he has different from other providers, his competitive advantage over the players, and where more power lies in the industry. And the last one is Jim can also explain how he will set a price his bikes. He can put in calculations of estimated cost he might incur and the market price of other similar bicycles. This will enable him to estimate profits appropriately from the selling price of the bikers. It is also beneficial if Jim describes the bikes in more detail. He can include the features of his bikes, functionality, and intellectual property in the bikes that are used in justifying the bike's price.
Question is, what is the reason why Jim Booth is quitting on his current job and starting on his own?
Why Boothe is quitting his current job and starting on his own because Jim Boothe realized that his children is growing and the expenses arises, so he decided to make on his own business.
Um, why Jim Booth believes that his innovation has a market potential?
Now, Jim Boothe believes that his innovation has a market potential because his innovation experienced growth in the bike industry.
That's all. Thank you.